a tease that unveiled the heart. Hey, lovely hearts. Welcome to Evermore Love, where every story's a gentle nudge to cherish the ones who hold our souls. If you're new or just popping in, you're in the right place for tales that bloom like wildflowers in unexpected soil. We're on the cusp of 1K subscribers. Your subscribe could be the petal that completes our garden. And pretty please commit to this full video. The twist here? It's a slow burn that pays off in ways that'll linger. Pinky promise. Let's step in. Our love wasn't scripted in stars but carved in the everyday grit of Brooklyn brownstones. Mia and Tom, two dreamers who collided at a rainy street fair 5 years ago. I was sketching portraits for tips, my charcoal-smudged fingers flying over paper, when he appeared. Tall, with that mop of chestnut hair and eyes like aged whiskey, holding out a soggy falafel wrap. "You look like you need fuel for that fire," he'd said, and just like that, my guarded heart cracked open. We married in a rooftop ceremony under fairy lights, vows exchanged amid the hum of city traffic, promising to weather the storms together. Life settled into a rhythm after. My freelance illustrations filling our sun-dappled loft with color. His shifts as a high school history teacher leaving chalk dust on his collars and stories on his lips. Evenings were ours, tangled on the thrift store couch, my head in his lap as he read aloud from dog-eared Austen. His fingers tracing lazy circles on my scalp. Ryan had been my constant since art school, the platonic anchor through heartbreaks and triumphs. A lanky photographer with a grin that could disarm a storm cloud. Harmless as a well-worn sketchbook, he'd crash our dinners, regaling us with tales of chasing auroras in Iceland or botched blind dates. Tom welcomed him like family, the three of us a mismatched mosaic. Ryan's wild anecdotes sparking Tom's dry wit, my laughter the glue. But lately, with Tom's grading marathons and my looming gallery show, our spark had dimmed to a comfortable glow. Teasing became my sparkler in the dusk, a way to poke the embers, draw out that possessive glint in his eye I craved. It happened on a crisp autumn Friday, leaves skittering like confetti across our stoop as Ryan breezed in with a bottle of Pinot and takeout from that hole-in-the-wall Thai spot. The loft smelled of lemongrass and possibility, candles flickering on the reclaimed wood table we'd sanded together. We sprawled on the rug, plates balanced on knees, the city symphony filtering through cracked windows. Ryan was midway through a story about a disastrous shoot in the Hamptons, something about a diva model and a rogue seagull, when I leaned into Tom, wine glass tilting precariously. "You know, if Tom ever gets too boring with his lesson plans, you're next in line. Imagine your adventures my canvas. We'd paint the world red." I winked, expecting Tom's mock growl, that playful shove that always ended in stolen kisses. But he didn't laugh. His fork paused mid-air, jaw tightening like a coiled spring, eyes fixed on the steam rising from his pad thai. The room's warmth chilled in an instant. Ryan's chuckle faltered, mine died on my lips. "Babe." I nudged his thigh, but he just offered a tight smile, murmuring, "Pass the spring rolls," before excusing himself to the kitchen. Ryan shot me a puzzled glance, but the evening limped on, jokes landing flat as forgotten sketches. When Ryan hugged goodbye at the door, clapping Tom's shoulder with a "You're a lucky bastard," Tom's nod was wooden, his hand lingering too long on the knob after the latch clicked. That night, the loft felt cavernous. I slipped into bed, the sheets cool against my skin, expecting his familiar weight to dip the mattress. Instead, he sat on the edge, back to me, shoulders hunched like he carried the weight of ancient Rome. My heart stuttered. Had I pushed too far? "Tom, talk to me." Silence stretched, thick as midnight fog, until his voice emerged, raw and ragged. "It's not the tease, Mia. It's... what if it's true? What if I'm not enough? The guy who quotes dead philosophers while you and Ryan chase horizons." He turned then, moonlight carving shadows across his face, tears glistening like unshed rain. In that vulnerability, I saw him anew. The boy who'd lost his mom young, building walls from history books to hide the fear of fading into footnotes. My throat tightened, regret a bitter tide. I crawled to him, wrapping arms around his waist, cheek pressed to the warmth of his shirt. "Oh love no. Ryan's my brother in chaos, But you're my quiet revolution. The one who sees the colors I miss, who holds me when the world's too loud. Words tumbled out, confessions of my own shadows. The imposter syndrome gnawing at my art, the terror that success might eclipse us. We unraveled there, layer by layer. His fingers threading through my hair, my lips brushing his knuckles, whispers weaving us tighter. I tease because I need your fire, I admitted, to remind me we're alive. He cupped my face, thumb tracing my lip, eyes fierce with reclaimed light. Then let's burn brighter. No more doubts, just us rewriting our story. Dawn found us plotting like conspirators. He cancelled weekend plans, surprising me with train tickets to the Hudson Valley, where autumn blazed in golds and crimsons. We wandered leaf-strewn paths, his hand enveloping mine, pausing at overlooks to sketch horizons together. His steady lines anchoring my flourishes. That night, in a creaky inn with quilts like cloud cover, we made love slow and sacred. His mouth mapping the curve of my spine, my nails etching promises on his back, breaths mingling in a symphony of rediscovery. You're my forever sketch, he murmured against my skin, and I believed him, body and soul. Back in the loft, Ryan's knowing grin met us at brunch. About time you two ignited. But it was Tom's quiet strength that had shifted everything. His unexpected unraveling a bridge to deeper waters. Our love, once a steady flame, now roared. Spontaneous dances in the kitchen to vinyl crackle, notes tucked in lunch bags quoting our vows. Teases returned, lighter now, laced with truth. Reminders that vulnerability isn't fracture, but the gold that mends. In the end, a jest unveiled our cores, proving love thrives not in perfection, but in the brave bearing of hearts. Ah, doesn't that just wrap you up like a warm embrace? If this journey stirred your spirit, subscribe to Evermore Love. We're so near 1K, and your click keeps these stories flowing. Like if it resonated, comment your own tease gone tender tale and share the warmth. More heartbeats soon. Love boldly. Red Heart.